Yeah, LaMarcus is out for tonight. What can you tell us on where the injury stems from and how severe you feel it is?
Yeah, we're hoping it's not very severe at all. You know, it's just some irritation that needs a little rest tonight. But you know, we're very hopeful that it doesn't prolong itself.
Are you trying to get the bad taste out of your mouth from the last game? You talked afterwards about how, you know, compete level and didn't deserve to win. In what ways, in watching Memphis on tape, is this kind of the perfect game?
Yeah, I mean, Memphis plays hard. They play the right way. They're very well coached. They're very physical. The offensive rebound at an elite level. They get out in transition, and they force turnovers. So these are some of the things that have caused us problems in the past. So it is a night where we have to bring it and be very switched on and ready to match not only what they do well, but some of the things we've struggled with. And frankly, I think it's a great challenge for us, and you know, it should get our juices going.
Obviously, your focus today is all on the Grizzlies, but I mean, there's reports that Kyrie is targeting coming back in the next game on the road. I'm curious, is that a fair assessment? I mean, is that something that you guys are hopeful of? And
yeah, we're hopeful, but no determinations have been met yet. So we'll see how he does between now and then.
Coach, with Joe, I guess what benchmarks are left for? I think today is like the 5-week mark since he underwent surgery. I guess what benchmarks are left for him to kind of clear and get back to the rotation?
Yeah, I think settling of some of the irritation and then those high intensity workouts or ramping up to that. You know, I'm not even sure that that's next on the cards. I think he still is letting some irritation settle and then we'll ramp up accordingly. But I couldn't put a timeline on it, but you know, I do feel confident that this is something that will resolve itself and we won't look back.
You said there's no determination yet about Kyrie. What would those determining factors be?
How he feels and whether we determine it's safe for him to come back.
Steve, the league just announced the schedule for all the postponed games. I know you guys obviously knew that was coming, but they've got a bit of a couple days next week going to Portland and going back to Chicago here. I assume on the one hand, it's probably good to know what dates are for that. And on the other hand, now it's just something else you guys have to sort of navigate.
Yeah. There's no easy way, you know, to do this. So, you know, if we were expecting it to be a sweet little add to the schedule and you know, no blood drawn, then I think we'd be foolish, you know, but everyone's going to face all sorts of different kind of predicaments and factors with COVID and postponements and, you know, replaying games. So we just have to be positive and manage it the best we can.
Bruce. You're muted, Bruce.
Steve, how does Kyrie look to you, and how is he progressing at practice?
I think Kyrie looks great. You know, he's such a talented and gifted player, and to see him on the floor with our guys has been great. You know, we all look forward to him coming back.
On what are you seeing in the way the complementary players around James and Kevin are responding when the ball is forced out of their hands?
Yeah, I mean, there's some challenges there when we lack shooting, you know, for the spacing and for the optionality. But they've done a great job, I think, of handling it, knowing that that's not their skill set. Sometimes we're putting 2 or 3 of them on the floor at the same time, and in our league, that's very difficult. You know, they take liberties, and you know, it's a great challenge for us. Having said that, I think those guys have done a pretty good job of adapting and knowing when to cut, where to space, when to make the extra pass, when to get to another action rather than just stand out and shoot. So, I'm proud of those guys for adapting, adjusting, and handling it. But there's hopefully there's two things going on. One, we'll get better at it, and two, we have more shooting coming into the lineup. So some of them will be resolved by health, and some of it will be resolved by experience. So I think this period has helped us with the experience part and learning to play with, less shooting on the floor.
Patty said earlier today that he and James Johnson went through pre-draft workouts together, so they had some type of familiarity with each other's game. Just what have you seen with the chemistry between those two?
Yeah, I mean, Patty's just been a great addition to our team, and JJ, I think, is a gifted playmaker. Particularly on the second side, being able to make plays with his athleticism, feel, vision, ability to DHO. He adds an element to our team offensively, and we know he's also a versatile physical defender.
I was curious what Joe is able to do, and what are the next benchmarks that you need to see from him?
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure what he's able to do right now because there's been, different iterations of his rehab. But, it's, I think we still got a couple weeks in that ballpark, so, we'll see how it goes. It could take longer than that. But like I said, whatever the length of time it is here, for me, I just want it to be behind him when he comes out of it. And I think we all feel pretty confident on that. So I'm less stressed about when he comes back and more stressed about how the long-term prognosis is once he is back.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody.